The death of the last Targaryen dragon in 153 AC marked a turning point in Westeros, as it signified the end of an era for House Targaryen and the extinction of dragons in the world. This green female dragon, who lived in King's Landing, was the last of her kind, her wings withered and her health frail. Despite being sickly, she laid a clutch of 5 eggs, but none of them hatched, sealing the fate of her lineage. Rumors have long swirled about the circumstances of her death. One of the more persistent claims suggests that King Aegon III Targaryen, also known as Dragonbane, may have poisoned the last dragon. Aegon III harbored a deep fear of dragons, a trauma stemming from his childhood when he witnessed his uncle's dragon, Sunfire, devour his mother, Queen Rhaenyra Targaryen. Whether or not this fear led to the dragon's death remains unclear, but it undeniably marked the end of an era of dragons in Westeros. In the later years of the Targaryen dynasty, the walls of the Red Keep's throne room bore the haunting remnants of what had once been the greatest force in the world, 19 dragon skulls. Among them were 2 skulls from the last hatchlings born on Dragonstone, their small and misshapen forms offering a stark contrast to the mighty dragons of yore. These skulls are speculated to belong to the final Targaryen dragon. The death of the last dragon was more than just a physical loss. It was believed by some to be the moment when magic began to fade from the world. Sir Arlan of Penetree, who saw the last dragon in her final years, claimed that the death of the last dragon marked a shift in the seasons. Summers grew shorter and winters harsher, as if the world itself was mourning the loss of the magical creatures that once shaped the fate of Westeros. A Daenerys Targaryen, born over a century later, would learn about the death of the last dragon from her brother, Viserys, who often spoke of how the last dragons had perished during King Aegon III's reign. It was a tale that became part of the family lore, a story that Daenerys would later defy when she hatched 3 dragons of her own, bringing dragons back to the world in a way no one had dared dream possible. The legacy of the last dragon, while tragic, set the stage for the rise of Daenerys and her dragons. And with the passing of time, the mystery and myth surrounding the last of the Targaryen dragons only deepened, forever etched into the history of Westeros.